Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Mike 50, Mike 50.
On 3rd down, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 39-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with his sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The 1st carry now for Tony Pollard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 45 on second down, Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Throwing on second down, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. After the penalty, it's Ingram. They get 1 yard back there to make it second and 14. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On second down, Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, Happy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Happy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. 48 for Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, alert 48. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 34 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 75 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Jackson throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
I got you. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Mike 55, Mike 55. You don't know no better. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Rap. Mike. Check 55, Mike.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Quinn. Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Robert Quinn, his 2nd sack of the night. Jackson now. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Bartney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Prescott. He's going to fire one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Here's Jackson. Roberts has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Shift. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Go.
Now Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tony Jefferson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Gun.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Prescott now from the 50. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tight right. We got three, fellas. We got three. Mike's 50.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Jackson now, throwing on 3rd and long. Well, the two men come together, and it's
just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now, Prescott. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Mike 55. Mike 55. So don't say
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Go ahead in. Two times. Alert. 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the Let's break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this.